Iran regime hangs 3 prisoners today. 3 prisoners were hanged at dawn on Wednesday in Bandar Abbas. The state-run Fars news agency quoted the regime's top judiciary official in Hormozgan Province as saying that the trio were hanged in the city's prison. The victims' names were not given. Iran is the world's #1 executioner per capita. Iranian pensioners and hospital employees hold protests. Iranian pensioners gathered on Tuesday outside the parliament in Tehran to protest their inadequate pensions. The pensioners said the managers of their fund make excuses not to implement the law and increase their pension. The protesters were heard chanting, "Pensioners would rather die than accept abjection," and "We are all together and fed up with empty promises." In May, retirees, including government workers and teachers, held 3 protests. They have in the past year held a number of protest rallies, though none of their demands were met. Also, the employees of the Imam Khomeini Public Hospital in Karaj gathered for a second consecutive day outside the municipal organisation in protest to not being paid their wages for the past few months and the uncertain fate of the hospital. 2 independent fuel dealers shot dead in Iran. In a brutal act by the Iranian regime's Revolutionary Guards on Saturday, a young independent Baluchi fuel deliverer was shot dead outside the town of Sabaz, southeast of Iran. He was driving a pickup truck carrying fuel containers. Another fuel deliverer in Sistan and Baluchistan province was attacked and shot by Revolutionary Guards on Sunday. He died in Kamen Hospital due to his wounds. Germany says there is strong evidence Iran regime behind tanker attacks. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said there is strong evidence supporting a US accusation that the Iranian regime was behind last week's attacks on oil tankers in the Gulf of Oman. Merkel said at a news conference on Tuesday, "We of course take these explanations very seriously and there is strong evidence." The Pentagon on Monday released new photos and a timeline of the attacks. Merkel also said there will be consequences if the Iranian regime doesn't uphold its end of the nuclear pact. She said, "We are pushing for Iran to keep to it. If that is not the case, there will of course be consequences." Pompeo. US must be able to respond to any Iranian attack. The United States must have the capability to respond to any Iranian attack on US interests, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said Tuesday. He spoke at the Florida headquarters of US Central Command, which oversees the US forces in the Middle East, a day after the US said it was sending another 1,000 troops to the region in response to what it called hostile behavior by Tehran. That deployment should convince the Iranian government that the US is serious and deter them from further aggression in the region, Pompeo said.